Evaluation Task 5. How did you attract and address your audience? So to start with, I want to tell you the plot of our actual thriller sequence, which is a group of teenagers preparing for their survival in a world that is ravished by monsters. There's two boys and one girl who go into a shed and prepare weapons to be able to fight if needed or just survive. We are appealing to a young age group between 16 and 30, boys and girls, as both of them are represented as strong characters in our actual thriller sequence. We didn't use any music, but instead we used a lot of diegetic and non-diegetic sounds, such as rain sounds and the teenagers walking around in the shed, and the monster, of course, when it makes the noise outside the shed. It makes it very naturalistic and builds up the suspense. Our institution, or we called our institution Temple Hill Pictures, just because we thought it was a really good name, as well as we put in Matt Productions. Matt standing for Millie for M, A for Alex, H for Harvey, and T for Teresa, as that are the first letter of each of our group members' names. We called our thriller Venatic, as that means, translated, hunting for fun. For the title Venatic, we used non-diegetic sound to indicate the commencement of a dark thriller film. In our thriller, we used lots of quick cuts to increase the pace of the sequence, and sometimes slow down the pace of the sequence so that the suspense of the danger could be built up. Then, for example, the shot with the monster, as we slowed it down before, but then as soon as the shed is shaking, it goes faster again. We unlinked the sound with Adobe Premiere to make the sound clearer, and we also, because of that, had free allowance with the formation length and length. For example, how long we wanted the sound for every shot to be and where we could place it. We also used this Sennheiser directional microphone in order to create Foley sounds. We wanted to, the way that we attract and address our audience is that our audience also can take pleasures as self-identification from our thriller, as it is, because it is targeted at a young audience. It shows them being really, really important and not needing any grown-up to help them, because normally teenagers are presented in a way that they're dependent on other people, and in our thriller sequence, they don't depend on anyone and survive on their own. They also get just entertainment from our thriller, as it is very entertaining and very suspenseful. It is a science fiction thriller, and films like Attack the Block or Jurassic Park have similarities in the forms and plot of our thriller sequence. Codes and conventions of thrillers, I would say, are always that there's building of suspense, and we, for example, used a handheld camera for the shaking scene when the monster attacks the sheds. And that shaking scene, because of the way we held the camera, made the audience feel disorientated and they couldn't really see what was happening, so it made them want to know what was happening. As well as, I feel like in a convention of a thriller is that the aim of the protagonist is it to restore justice, and with our thriller sequence, it is to be free and to be able to survive. We used quick cuts, shadows, tension, sounds, low-key lighting, and darkness, which are also um, not maybe a convention, but are to be seen in very many thrillers. So, yes, this is how I feel that we attracted and addressed our audience.